All right, people, Catfish Dave here. It's that time of year I don't care about. Between post-spawn, pre-spawn, we're into the second half of September here. I'm wanting to bite off a different section of this Chickamauga Reservoir. And sun is gonna be right in the camera for this video. I'm just coming down here a little farther. We're gonna turn around, start dragging back upriver. I'm experimenting with some different hooks. The points on mine, you've heard me complain about the points. Every fish or two fish or three fish are either sharpening the thing or throwing the hook away. Another thing I did not like was those great big barbs. It was just too hard to get back out of the fish. Both these hooks I've got have normal barbs. One is a Bass Pro Shops Cat Max Circle 8/0, which is as big as I could find. Then I was going through some drawers at the house and I found some old Gamakatsu 12/0 big cat circles. Now I've heard a lot of people complaining about the Gammas lately, points bending on them. Mine are old stock. I've had those hooks for years, so yeah, we're gonna pull with both. I haven't used an 8/0 hook in years for catfishing. I'm always using big as I can get, but big fish can be caught on smaller hooks as long as the design of the hook is good. And I prefer an offset to make that design good. Man, it is just blasted hot already. The time is it's 12:32. We're getting past the hour of suck here. I don't never get an early start. Can't get up that early. I actually stayed up late because I retied all my knots, all my leaders when I went to tie on these new hooks. I figured it was a good time to just freshen everything up. I done that. I haven't fished this section of the reservoir ever, so I don't know what to expect. And just because it's not good at one time, don't mean it can't be great at another time. Fish move. We're just here to find out what's gonna happen today. Man, it's hot. I don't normally wear sunglasses, but that sun is ultra bright today. There's not much breeze. Let's see what we can come up with. Head on down here. There goes my dag-blasted hat. Now, the reason I bought that hat is because I lost my last hat just like this. The only difference is that one said it floats. So let's go get it. Yeah, it's wetter than what I want to wear, but it did float. All right, y'all, pretty good section there of 40 foot of water. And we're gonna run that. I don't know if I'm gonna be hung up all day. I don't know what's gonna happen, never done it. Out here in the heat of the day, this is the best way to get something done. Just move around till you get on some action here. Probably go ahead and turn my fan on here because it's hot. Get a little fan on my camera. I see a fish already right there out slap dab in the middle of the river. Say, this is deeper water than where I was at. So let's try it. Sun's in the camera. That's the way it always is in my videos, unless I can catch a cloudy day. Got me trolling motor on there. Yeah, there's fish there. Now whether they're gonna eat or not, I don't know. That we have to find out. I guess I'm gonna run head pieces on these big Gamakatsu. And then I'm gonna run the chunks on the smaller Bass Pro hooks. This bait was not easy to catch, y'all. I spent 2 days to catch 8 skipjack. I swear. I don't like this time of year. Here in another month, I'll be able to pull back in any of these coves and catch skipjack within just yards of where I'm actually gonna be catfishing. And it's just a better time to be doing this. A lot of pleasure people out here. I've seen wake boats. There's a couple jet skis. That looks like a good fish right there. The reason that I even chose this spot to begin with, I was going to launch in the Hiawassee River, and there was obviously a big bass tournament going on there. So I decided to dodge that. So I come down river. I don't know what this is. Grasshopper Creek, something like that. Big old Gamakatsu. I don't know how you pronounce it. That fancy name, there shouldn't be no problems, but according to the word of mouth on Catfish social media, guys are starting to have problems out of the Gamakatsus. That's right, y'all go ahead and make bad products, word gets around. Like I say, if I'm gonna have crappy hooks, I can get them much cheaper than to pay for the name Gamakatsu. Luckily, these are old stock. Back in the days when Gamakatsu actually made a good hook. Well, the bottom is muddy because my sinker stuck when it hit. Hopefully we don't run into any trot lines like I done last time I fished Chickamauga Reservoir. There's a fish there. There is fish out here. Now we're here at a bad time of day, just a little past the hour of suck. But I'm hoping that we have a little luck. When you drag into these new places, it could be a disaster. It could be easy sailing all day long. Last time, it was not only a kind of rocky area I drug, I also had to drag up somebody's trot line. And then hooked another one at the end of the video. So yeah, it was not a good day for dragging. I have no idea how bad this grass and weeds is gonna be. And I'd rather not get hung up because I don't have a lot of bait. I'm just gonna tell you. I don't know if it's a holiday or what, but I've never seen so many people out on a weekday to be this time of year. Usually they're all worried about football and starting to think about deer hunting this time of year. That's all we could do. Throw them out, see what's swimming about. Hope they bite at this time of day. There goes a bunch of weeds. I'm hoping this is one of those areas that everybody and their brother doesn't come to catfish as much as down towards that Chattanooga area. Well, all right, y'all, we're pulling 0.7 in a strange area of river that I've never fished. And we're gonna see what we can catch. And we're gonna try out some new hooks. My guess is the bite is gonna be better towards the end of the day. Boats, boats everywhere. Yeah, it's going to be a fun day, I can already tell you. This river typically gets quieter around football season. But then something happens. The Tennessee Volunteers aren't the most consistent at being an outstanding football team. And so what happens is the river kind of gets quiet for the first few football games. And if it looks like they're going to have a losing season, these guys kind of forget about them and they come back out on the river. I'm not originally from Tennessee. I'm not really a Vol fan, but I wish they would have a good season so I could get some peace out here. We will get on some hungry fish before it's over with. I always do. Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. That is on the Bass Pro Shop hook. On the chunks. Now, last week, chunks was all I could get bites on. Pulling 0.3 here. Let me go ahead and slow her down a little more. First bite in this deeper section. And it's not that deep, it's 40 foot. The chunk ain't junk. I'm not used to using these smaller 8/0 hooks. We'll see how good he's hooked. Come on in here, fishy. The only problem with the chunk is they come off every fish. Water's kind of clear. I can see that fish good. Yeah, you got caught by a Bass Pro Shops hook. The Cat Max done got your lip. They've been hitting chunks so well, I would rather pull nothing but chunks, because that's what I done last video, and I had a good video. The problem is I have so few skipjack, I'm hoping they'll eat ahead. He's hooked in the corner. Now these don't have near as crazy of a barb on them, so let's see how easy this comes out. Of course, I got it out once and it went back in. Yeah, those come right out. I like that. I like that. Came right out of there. Didn't have to beat the fish to death trying to get that old hook out. So y'all, I have not fished this section of the reservoir, so we don't know what to expect. Could be great, could be terrible. First fish came within 30 minutes out here in the bad part of the day. The point of my hook still looks good. If that would have been one of them other I was using, I'd already have to sharpen it. The old chunk ain't junk. Another pleasure boat, giving me some waves for my pleasure. Oh, that's a bass boat. Time to hydrate. Chomp on some of these planters nuts. Still early. Gotta wait for them to get ready to eat. Getting hung up right there. We know that one's on the bottom. Y'all, it is just one constant wave after the other. These boats just do not stop passing. Just constant. This kind of, it'll actually make you sick. Just constantly rocking back and forth without ever a break. You get back to the house that evening and you're standing up and everything still feels like it's moving. Come on, volunteers, you can do better than what you've been doing. Well, y'all, it's been a while now. Oh, I said that, and we just got hit. This is on the Gamakatsu 12-aught on a headpiece. Been about 30 minutes since that last fish. We are at the crap time of day here. Now, I don't think this is a big fish at all. And when I was using headpieces and I would get a fish, they were not that big. Of course, that could change at any time. But most fish and bigger fish have been preferring the chunks last couple weeks. Pulling through this 40-foot section here. There he is at the top of the water. We'll see how good the old Gamma 12-aught hooked this one. Come on up here, fish. Make it real hard to pull in when they just lay sideways like a log. Pleasure boats, pleasure boats. Lots of them today. See what we got on the line here. He looks about, don't shake my bait off. He looks about as, yeah, he might be bigger than that first one. My shoe's untied and I'm tripping over it. Looks like I got a little bit of flow in the river now. So we are farther up Chickamauga, and it's shallower up here and it flows a little quicker. Come on in there. I'm hoping my boat stops rocking for a minute, but here comes another boat, so I guess I don't have long to get this fish off before it gets hard to stand up. All right. Fish number 2, sun's in the camera. That's okay, it's not a big one anyway. But we did get a bite on a head. The point still looks pretty good on the old Gamakatsu. Here again, this is an old one from years ago, back when they made a good hook. I wish the boat would stop rocking so I could cast back out. Go ahead and tie my shoe and wait for another fish to chew. That pontoon boat already passed me once. One of those guys is just going to ride back and forth instead of going anywhere in particular. Me, I have a mission in mind when I'm out here. If I didn't, I'd sit at the house and pick a guitar. Thank you for the waves. Well, y'all, what I would like to do is have a pretty good trip early and then go find somewhere better to catch skipjacks than what I've been doing. The biggest problem I've had is they haven't wanted to hit a lure, and when they do, the size fly I'm using is so small to get them to hit, the hooks just straighten out when you try to pick them up in the boat. It's just an odd time of year. I had a shot at 6 last night. I actually got 2 in the cooler. And I had a shot at about 20 the night before, but I only actually got 6 of them in the cooler. So yeah, bait's been tough to come by. It only wants to bite right at dark. I was hoping to fish 1 day for bait and fish 2 days for catfish, but instead I fished 2 days for bait to fish 1 day for catfish. Not my favorite time of year. I just wish those balls would have a winning season. Get some of this dag-blasted boat traffic out of here. Those volunteers can depend on me to catch a catfish, but I can't always depend on them to win football games. So far, not a ton of fish in this section of river. I do occasionally pass some, but we got plenty of time to go to catch enough for the Catfish Dave show. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna pull a little closer towards the channel ledge, see if that makes a difference. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. When you get out here, you simply start experimenting until you find what works. I'm not seeing a lot of bait fish in this section of river. I occasionally pass a school, just passed one there. Not seeing a ton of it though. All right, y'all, I tried pulling a little close to this channel edge here and I paid for it. Got hung up here, so I knew that could happen. Thank you for the waves. Oh, shoot. That's a bite right there. Before I could ever get this one here out. Yeah. Go ahead and just set this straight behind the boat. If he don't get in it, he may try to get in it. Since I don't have a planer board out yet. Come on up around that. Uh-oh, trying to get hung up on that one. At least I know it's on the bottom, because it does have a bunch of weeds on it. Oh, these fish have been hard to reel in, y'all. They're not big. They hit hard and then they just lay in the current till you get them in the boat. We've been doing that for 2 weeks. This is on the old 12-aught Gamakatsu. I've got the Gamakatsus on the red boards and the Catmax Bass Pro Shop hooks on the yellow boards. Yeah, you just be as difficult as you can. If they'll swim, it's a lot easier. Just dead weight. Getting a lot of these old summer-sized fish in this section of the river so far. So far. Oh. Sometimes biting off a new section of river pays off. Sometimes it don't. I was able to get that hook right out. Not like them other ones. I had to fight for 15 minutes to get them out. Yeah. Don't get hung up. Don't get hung up. No! Well, we'll stop again. Well, we are hung up. Come on, Bubba. It's solid, whatever it is. It's not a line. There it goes. Must have went between a couple of rocks. All right, y'all, I'm fixing to do a microphone swap. And the last time I did this, I went home to edit the video, and sure enough, there was no microphone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what I'm doing now. If it's nothing but wind, the audio may be bad. I done this once and it said I had sound and I got home and I didn't, so. Checky, checky. It says I've got it. So if I go home and it's a bunch of wind noise, because this DJI camera is the worst I've ever seen for wind noise. It's got microphones that pick up and you can't cover them. It's just I definitely have a hate-hate relationship with this thing since I've had it. Checky, checky, checky. It says I've got it. It says I do. Well, blah, blah, blah. I hope this is working. It says it's working. If it don't, I know not to do that again. Yeah, getting a lot of weeds up in this section here. Man, it is hot. The wind has stopped. I'm about to have a heat stroke here. Come on, come on, come on. Well, so far, this section of the river is not super active for the amount of time we've been here. And I've only seen 2 small schools of baitfish the whole time I've been here. We could have bit off a section of dead water. There's fish around here somewhere. There is water here. Water attracts fish. Water attracts fish, not fishermen. The only reason the fishermen come to the water is because that's where the fish are. If I could do this out in the field, I'd do it out there. It just don't work as good. I hope I've got audio. It's always nice to have audio in a video. Okay, y'all, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, and I don't know if it's gonna do any good or not. I'm gonna bump my speed up. I'm gonna bump it up to 0.7. We'll see if I can stay on the bottom. See if that picks the bite up. I hope so. 'Cause so far it's slow. I came to the river and the fish didn't show. We'll try 0.7. It's all about experimenting around here. Gotta be a fish out here. Don't get hung up. No, don't you do it. No, I just popped loose over there. Oh, no, 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 no. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for not getting hung up. No! That makes me wonder if it's a gosh dang trot line. If it is, I'm gonna cut it to pieces. Let's go ahead and stop the boat again, y'all. Yep, this is a line right here because it's moving. I'll bet it's another trot line. Don't see no balloons, no tags. So if I get this, I'm gonna cut it to pieces. It's definitely a line. I can feel it moving. So let's go ahead and pull everything in. See if I can't cut me an illegal trot line here. Because this really wastes my time when this happens. Don't see no tag. And they're not supposed to be running all the way across the river anyway. Okay, I got this one. I'm tangled up. Isn't this nice? So it's gonna make me madder at that trot line when I get a hold of it. Gonna make me even madder. You know, I just tied on these hooks. Just tied on new fresh knots. And I gotta take away from my fishing time and stress my knots even more over an unmarked trot line. My phone just gave me the overheating signal. Fixing to shut off, saying it's too hot. I agree with you, it is too hot. Yeah, it only takes about 30 minutes to reel all this in and get it back out. Okay, I'm hung on this one too, y'all. And you see it moving this rod? So we got us a trot line here on 2 rods. Maybe if I'm hooked on both of them, that will actually make it easier to pull them up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about pulling it up. No tags, no balloons. I'm all about it. Got it with 2 different rods. Yeah, we're gonna get this one. We're gonna get it. This one's coming up easier than the last one, I believe. There it is. All right, y'all. This one here, they've got going the right direction. They've got it going the legal direction. It ain't March, so you're only half legal, brother. And since TWRA ain't gonna do their job, I'm gonna do it for them. I've got it around my boat cleat, headed towards the shore, because I'm tired of these things myself. Okay, stop. Well, all right, y'all. We busted the weights loose on this, but so I'm not gonna be able to get it all. We'll see how much of it I can get. More crap in my boat, more crap all over me. Yeah, it's a shame you cannot come fishing without running into all this stuff. There's a ton of people's fishing line where they've been hung up on it. Some lures and whatnot. Yeah, that's all I could get of this one. I guess I've got audio. I don't know, I hope so. It's always good to have audio in a video. Let's do something completely different here. Let's go upriver while we got these in. This deeper section here just ain't doing nothing really. Few fish, a couple hours. It's too slow for me. Yeah, when I got it on 2 rods, I know that's a trot line. Sure enough. And we all know how Catfish Dave feels about trot lines. Let's go upriver a little bit, try something different. You cannot ride with the net in that position. It will hit you in the head. I've been there a couple times. One time I caught it on video. let's head upriver a little bit. Well, here we are. This is shallower water here. But we weren't getting them in the deeper section. We're gonna go ahead and put a fresh bait on this, I guess. The bite's slow enough so far, I'm not that worried about running out of bait. So I guess it wouldn't hurt to have some fresh bait. No, it wouldn't. Not at all. Fresh bait's what we're gonna do. Chunks. And another chunk. So we're coming up onto a rise in the channel. Well, if a hole in the channel didn't do it, maybe a rise in the channel will do it. Maybe that's all we need. Maybe these fish are feeding up all on mussels, and they need a little more higher flow area in the river. I don't know. There's not a lot of bait fish up here. I've passed 2 small schools, so it would make sense that the fish in this section of the river would be eating mussels, because I don't see nothing else for them to eat. So all we got to do is go through some mussel-prone area, probably get bit. 2 days for catching this bait so far, y'all. And all I've got to show for it is 3 catfish and part of a trot line. No big fish yet. Now let's see what it says. It says I've got audio. Oh! That was on a head. That was on a head. Well, it might be a head bite, y'all. This is on the 12-aught Gamakatsu. Now up here in this shallow water, we got nailed 33 feet. Slow this boat down a little bit. I'm gonna make sure he's got plenty of tension on him before I do. Yeah, up here in the shallower area of channel. Nailed pretty quick. I just hope I got audio in this video. He's coming up. I was gonna slow the boat down, but I don't have to. No change in fish size, but we got hit quick on a headpiece. So I guess it's a head bite today, because 3 out of 4 fish have hit the heads. Yeah. Yeah, now this shallow section is going to be more of a current area to allow for mussel filtration. And if there ain't no bait in the river, then I'm not seeing none in this section of it. Open that beak. It's loose if you'll open that beak. On a headpiece. About the same size fish, maybe even a little smaller. Summer fish. Seems to be all that's here so far. Check my audio. Says I've got it. Of course, it said that last time. I need a rag to wipe my nasty hand. Stinky old size matters catfishing towel. It stinks too. Thank you. Gosh dang volunteers. Win a game, will you? Man, it's hot out here. Come on, October. No, 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 no. Don't you. Thank you. No, 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 no. Don't tell me I've got another trot line. That's how it did the last time. Went up once, and then stopped. Come on, man. Not again. I'll cut it to pieces if it is. I will cut it to pieces. I will cut it to pieces if it is. That's a bite. And he spit it. Shoot. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And he come loose, and he was a good one. He was a good one. That was a good fish, I believe, and I lost the first big fish of the day. We are riding the ledge to this island, underwater island, and so far it's being a pain. I'm gonna have to get out 2 waters because I'm about to dehydrate. Do I have audio? It says I do. Oh, did he stay on? No, he did not. Check and make sure I've got audio. Hey! No, I don't. And I missed that fish. Check, check, check. Well, I missed a good bite there, playing around with this dag-blasted DJI microphone. Just for the record, they don't last near as long as advertised. I guess I've got audio now that I've missed that fish. He's a running towards the middle of the boat, man. I'm running. Yeah. Now that one there acts like he's fighting a little bit. They've been real lazy after they've been hitting. Go ahead and slow me boat way down here. I'm in 31 foot here. Shallowest section of the river so far. And the current is swifter here because, well, there's less room for it to go through when it's only 31 feet. So, kind of swift through here. This is on the Bass Pro Shops on a chunk. Yeah, I think he's doing that just laying in the current stuff now. He was rambunctious there for a minute. It has been a tougher bite on this section of reservoir, I can tell you that. Come on up here. Let's see what we've gotten a hold of here. He's ornering. Doing the old roll. On a chunk. On a chunk. That's probably the best fish of the day in the shallowest water. No big fish, but that's a nice blue cat. Some people love to catch that fish. Come on up here. This one here got a little mud on its side. See how hard it is to get this old hook out of here. One thing about these smaller hooks, there ain't as much room to get your finger behind it. There it goes, popped out. It's a little better fish. Don't get all funky on me. Don't get all funky on me. Yeah. On the chunk. Working for him on this section of reservoir here. Yeah, I guess I won't complain, y'all. Some people would love to catch that fish. But it sure ain't like downriver. I'm gonna try a faster speed for a minute. See if that does anything. I don't really think it matters fast or slow today. I've already tried both and it's just all about the same. Not a ton going on. In there. We just scored. I seen some bait flip and I said, okay, the bite's so dead. Normally I wouldn't fish for skipjack while I'm catfishing. I'd be worried a big fish was gonna hit. But on today I wasn't worried about it. Gosh dang, I threw that spoon. As soon as I did, this rod goes down. Then this spoon gets tangled up in this line. He's tangled up in this line. And I land him and I look over here and the gosh dang camera's off, man. Either way, this is the biggest one of the day. He ain't a giant, but I'd sure like to got him on this old bad luck video here. Yeah. Of course, then he's going to turn the tail towards me, so he looks about 2 foot shorter. But either way, we worked for this one today. Is my camera on? Yeah. Have I got audio? I guess I do. Oh, he come off! Just a bad luck trip. Here comes some ship. If the balls were doing any good, he wouldn't be here on Chickamauga. He'd be heading up there towards Knoxville. Unfortunately, the balls ain't doing no good. Don't do it, please. Please don't do it. Don't you do it. No, 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 no. You're gonna do it. Don't do it. Gosh dang it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it right there. I'm hung. If I leave now, these skipjack are hitting like the last 20 minutes before dark, and that's it. So if I leave now, I might can get there by then. This is just a bad luck trip. It took me 2 days to catch the bait for this trip. One, the hooks just kept straightening them out when you're trying to pull them over the boat. Ended up with not many skipjack in 2 tries. Then I come to an entirely different section of reservoir that I haven't been on. Lose my hat right off the get-go. Get hung up in that trot line. And my initial plan was to do what the fish were doing down this reservoir. That's not what they're doing here. Soon as I got up into the shallowest section of channel here, I started getting better bites. I landed that one fish, and then of course, bad luck, hooked the biggest fish with the camera off. So yeah, it's just one of those trips. Either way, that's it for me today. This is a video. There was some fish in this video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.